No, fans, it's games like this that used to get me over-medicated.
You're listening to Sports Zone.
Just a bit outside.
Where real guys talk sports.
The Yankees had off yesterday.
Yep, they start I would say an important series with the Mariners because they got to win. They got to take 2 out of 3.
I believe, if I heard correctly yesterday, and I mentioned it yesterday on the show, I believe the Yankees are starting a stretch of 20 games in 20 days.
Wow, I hope that's not the case.
I believe, but
that won't surprise me.
I had our sports radio talk on the ride down on yesterday, and they were talking about how the Yankees are going to start a 20 games in 20 days or something like that. And I'm like, if that's true, the people who wrote the schedule did the Yankees absolutely no favor at all. Like, wow. Where are we? What's today's date? August 3rd?
August 3rd.
Yeah, buddy. 20 games, 20 days. They start playing today, Friday's August 3rd. Their next day off is Thursday, August 23rd.
Wow.
In this stretch, they have a 3-game series with Seattle, then a 4-game series with Detroit, 3 games with Toronto, then 4 with Texas, 3 with Boston, 3 with Chicago, and then the Chicago series is the last series before they get a day off. And then they play straight through. Oh, wow. Then the Yankees go on another stretch where they go from Friday, August 31st, and play all the way through until Thursday. Nope, still going. Oh, wow. Sunday, September 16th.
Damn, dude.
So that's another 17 straight days.
And I got a question for Yankee fans.
That's 37 games with 1 day off in the middle. Dude,
they're going through a rough stretch. And I'm a little worried as a Yankee fan. Because at first I was like, they got a 8-game, 10-game lead. All these injuries are happening. It's okay. They'll be fine. I'm worried. I'm worried that they're going to get these teams back in the races come September. And I'm worried that they may not make the playoffs. They're only 6.5 games up right now. And with the injuries, too, Sarah F. and Levy is telling me not to hit the panic button yet. But I'm sorry.
You've stayed patient with your team, Joey.
You've
stayed patient with them.
But now this is the part where I'm getting worried because all the injuries have added up now. We're in August. And Teixeira's hurt. We don't know how he's going to come back with his wrist injury. A cortisone shot. Great. A cortisone shot heals everything, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
still a cortisone shot. So it might affect his batting. Hopefully it doesn't affect his defense, but it's probably going to affect his batting.
Well, you get Jabba back. I mean, he didn't pitch that well yesterday.
The bullpen's not even pitching that well right now.
Yeah.
I understand. Teams go through stretches, and I get it. But the way that the Yankees are hurt right now, I'm not feeling very confident with the way this team is shaping up right now in August.
Fair enough.
In early August.
I mean, as a Mets fan, God knows I know how you feel.
You're already out. You're already out.
But, look, you guys are fighting through injuries, but there is some talent on the team. You've seen some young guys come up and step in some big moments over the past couple weeks to fill in for injuries. CC's good. So there's your ace. There's your 1 win every 5 games.
That's not even guaranteed with this lineup that they're putting out there.
Nothing guaranteed.
Hold on. You know what I'm going to do real quick? I'm going to go to MLB.com. I'm going to look at the Yankees starting 9 from Wednesday's game.
Starting 9 from Wednesday's game.
Okay.
All right. Well, real quick, thanks to Sarah and Pixel pointing out that my Mets were done in April and are playing for next year. Thanks, guys. Appreciate
They
that.
were not done in April, by the way, and you know that's true. They were blatantly not done in April. They had everybody on fire in April.
You know what? They actually were one of the hotter teams in April. But same attitude that we have towards the Oakland Athletics right now. Just because you were hot then doesn't mean much going forward.
All right, think about this Yankee lineup back in opening day. You had catcher, Russell Martin. First base, Mark Teixeira. Second base, Cano. Shortstop, Jeter. Third base, A-Rod. Left field, Brett Gardner. Center field, Curtis Granderson. Right field, Nick Swisher.
Okay.
Listen to this roster now, okay? You got Jeter at short. Granderson still at center field. Swisher. Cano. Martin. Now you have Ichiro in left. Jason Nix as your third baseman or shortstop. Casey McGee playing first and Andrew Jones in right. Definitely a big difference between the two. This lineup is now merely average. Thankfully, they still have Granderson and Cano. But the big question is, who's going to step up?
I mean, Wilson stepped up for you guys this year in some big moments.
Wilson?
Or the catcher, I'm sorry.
Russell Martin?
Russell Wilson. I'm thinking
Football.
Sorry. I'm like, where do you get Wilson from Martin? I'm like, Russell. Okay, that now it makes more sense. All right. Look, I think that there are. Look, you got to figure, dude. I just watched. How many guys have you watched hit home runs on their first at bat alone this year? Like 3, 4. A couple guys making good performances on their first day on the mound. Good plays in the field. You know, Bryce Harper, Trumbo, young guys stepping up and making huge impacts for their team this year. So what's to say that these injuries aren't a blessing in disguise? What's to say that one of these guys all of a sudden, you know, is filled in for 2 straight weeks and for 2 straight weeks is the best player on your team?
I hope that's not the case, to be honest, because I want Cano to be the best player.
But
on the
that's
team,
true.
but
Yeah, he is your standard.
I know what you're saying, but this Yankee lineup is now average. It's an average lineup. Nothing spectacular. You're not saying, oh, we got to pitch around. You're not saying, crap, we can't pitch around anybody because it's murderer row lineup. But now you could say, we'll pitch around. You don't even need to pitch around Granderson. He's only hitting about 250. So it's really a home run or a bust when it comes to Granderson. So you're basically just pitching around Cano. That's it.
Yeah.
Our best hitter.
It's really interesting, though, Joey, right now. I'm watching the chat room, and there is not one person in this chat room that is worried about their Yankees. We have a lot of Yankee fans to anybody that's out there listening.
I think you're
to
all
the app.
crazy if you're not worried about the Yanks. I really do.
Most of
They're saying everyone's going to be rested. I think everyone's not even. I think everybody's going to be rusty come playoff time.
It could go either way.
A-Rod comes right back before the playoffs. You're going to need a couple games to get him going. I'm definitely not crazy. You know what's crazy? It's going to be crazy when the Yankees are only having a 3-game lead come September 1st to the Baltimore Orioles and the Tampa Bay Rays. I'm not crazy.
Pixel puts out 49 games to clinch, if it matters. Wow. You know, dude, look, I look at it like this. If I'm a Yankee fan, my attitude is simply this. I am worried about what I just looked at on the New York Yankees schedule. They are playing 20 games over the next 20 days. They get 1 day off, and then they play another 17 in 17 days. That's 37 games with 1 day off in right around the middle of that stretch. That, to me, if I'm a Yankee fan, if we make it through this, you know, that little stretch. Now, keep in mind, this stretch is going to take you to the second week of September. It's not like, you know, this stretch just it ends in August. This is the second week of September you're talking about. So you're only going to have, at that point, the Yankees are only going to have about 15 games left. So this stretch...
So they're going to go through this stretch with all these injuries that they have.
And it's going to be grueling.
Dude,
stretch.
Pixels put it in there. What I've been saying this whole time. All they have to do is go 500, and they'll be 20 games above 500. I don't think this Yankee team's gonna go 500. I'm worried. I really am worried.
Good
thing I leave the show on this note, because now on Monday I don't have to hear shenanigans when they sweep Seattle. See, Joey, told you don't have to worry. Don't be worried. Watch Seattle come in and take 2 or 3 from the Yanks, and then the Yanks only have like a 5-game lead and a 4-game lead. Telling you, man, I don't like this Yankee lineup right now, and I get that it's all injuries, this and that. I'm worried. I truly am.
I can understand why. I can.